What's going on, guys? This is Ames, and we just want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor. And you usually hear from me and Abe, but today you're going to hear from my cousin Charlie. Charlie, tell us what you think about Chimera Coffee.
It's good, man.
What makes it so good?
It's good, man.
Does it make you feel good?
It's good.
Do you feel awake?
Good.
Is good or good?
No, it's good.
It's good. Okay, so the nootropics. You know anything about nootropics?
No. I just know it's good.
He's
man.
good. On that note, guys, if you want to try something that's good, go to chimeracoffee.com and type in the coupon code. Charlie?
I don't know, man.
It's good.
It's good.
Type in the code, show the art, and check it out. Save some money. We out. Peace. Say bye, Charlie. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? You're listening to the Show the Art podcast. It is a beautiful Wednesday morning.
Mhm.
We are your hosts. I am Ames, and alongside with me again is my brozinho. That's not even brother.
No, roll with it, man. Roll with it.
My brozinho,
Yeah.
Abe.
What's up, man?
A-Wad.
Listen, man, as long as you say it with confidence,
True.
it won't matter.
Yeah. I said I'm like, you know what? Because someone just taught me brother in Portuguese is emo.
Emo?
Yeah. I was like, is it emo? It's just with like a little
Yeah.
twang to it or whatever. I was like, can you spell it? He goes, I don't even know how to spell it. So it's all good. How you feeling, man?
Good,
on this
man. How you feeling?
Beautiful day. Good.
I see you got some Chimera coffee right there.
Homie, I am. You know what? It's funny because I don't know if it's pretty. It's a little hood rat tip of the day. If you can't brew it, just eat it. So as Abe is talking to me, I'm just like chipping away, taking a few hits.
A few granules to the
Yeah,
mouth.
a few granules to the mouth, and it makes it helps out even more that it has little nootropics. That's gonna help me stay focused on the mats because we're training in 45 minutes.
I know that you can get like your body can digest the caffeine through chewing it. Like you don't have to actually drink it, but I think it takes longer.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
but I know like if you chew on like if you eat
Okay.
coffee beans with dark chocolate on it, you're gonna
Yeah.
get caffeine from that coffee bean.
But just a little longer. Yeah,
It might take
that makes
longer
sense. It's
or-
like taking a pre-workout opposed to
Yeah.
like eating like a fruit or whatever.
yeah, like it might not even get as much caffeine as if you
your body absorbs it. As he's talking, I'm going to take another hit.
kaboom,
A few ounces of that sweet
a few
chocolatey.
OZs.
Yeah. So we're good to go, man. What do you want to talk about today, man? You want to talk about 205? It's crazy.
Oh man,
205 was so big that
UFC
people are UFC 205. I'm sorry, UFC 205 was so big that people are still talking about it, man.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
it's like
yeah.
it's still on like a nice little
Yeah.
rush. Like, go ahead.
Now, let me ask you something.
What's up?
It was definitely a monumental event.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the most monumental event in UFC
Yes, I
history
agree.
to date, right?
Yeah.
And it was pre-fight one of the best cards we've ever
Yep.
seen.
Absolutely.
Post-fights, not necessarily the best cards we've ever seen.
Oh,
Even
okay,
though
okay,
in
yeah.
the runnings for it, right? Like
yeah.
the results, I mean.
That's what it is. The results.
Yes.
Like,
Now, do you think that it was? That's what my question was. Do you think that UFC 205 was the most monumental,
Mhm.
like number one on the list, and B, the best card you've ever
yeah.
seen?
The reason why I don't want to say yes is because I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment. You know what I mean? Like, I would have to look back at the previous cards that I've watched on pay-per-view to see like what I missed. But right now, like, this is definitely top 3 that I've ever watched, just because it gave you a bit of everything. I don't think we really. The only thing that it didn't give us was some. Oh no, we had a submission. Khabib.
Yeah.
So it basically gave you everything you want. Everything was compelling.
Mm-hmm.
Like with JJ versus KK,
Mm-hmm.
you thought
Yeah.
like JJ would walk right through her, but then like the calmness
Yes.
that Carolina had was
Yes.
she really grew on me. I'm like, man, you're like, and she had the
she's so
same,
cute.
yeah, her demeanor. So that's exactly
Yeah.
it. It's so she's so cute, man. It's just I bet you she grew on a lot of people. One,
Definitely.
her demeanor, and her two, her like her calmness, like, and it's cute. Her tendencies, she has cute tendencies, but she's a badass.
She's gritty,
walking
man.
through punches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like
going on with that fight,
uh-huh.
the beauty of that fight was first round it was like feeling out process, but you could tell that the clear advantage Joanna had. Second round, you're like, man, Joanna's walking away with this bad boy. Third round, hold on, is there a little spark here? But still, Joanna. Fourth round, she knocked her down in the fourth, right? Or she wobbled
her.
She wobbled Joanna in the fourth.
Was that third? I think it was the third.
Okay.
She caught her right in the nose. Bing.
Yeah, and then the fight started changing, and you were like, holy crap, this girl. And it's not that she caught her too. She was picking up the pace, and I felt like she got a better stride when she knocked her down, or when she wobbled her.
Her confidence just went like that much higher, because you could see like technically JJ's like on another level.
Yeah,
like you could just like she would Carolina would throw like a 1-2, and then
Joanna would return.
And always end with a leg kick. Always ending, which was beautiful to watch, man.
And that's classic Joanna. She didn't really do that in her last fight against Claudia because she was fighting the takedowns for the first 2 rounds, and then she didn't want to risk it, so she didn't do that.
Different
as much
game
as
plan.
Yeah, but different game plan, exactly.
Yeah. So it was good. Yeah, watching them fight, and I was sad that we didn't get to talk about this on Sunday. So I'm glad we're talking about it right now, because that fight definitely needs to be talked about.
Yeah. I mean, the fight of the night I think was given to Woodley Wonderboy. But it's very arguable that it could have gone to JJ versus KK.
The reason why I think it won, and I think it should have, just because you were on the edge of your seat the whole time with JJ versus KK. It's so funny saying it, but when they were fighting, it seemed lopsided until that third round, and then you get kind of like, oh, it's cool. We're watching her dominate again, and all of a sudden, woo, you're awake and alive. So.
And then and like. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to think of her name. Christina, because we keep saying KK. Okay. Christina, she showed like moments of being an excellent fighter. But then most of the time she was getting like outstruck by Joanna.
Yeah.
And then after the beauty of the fight, in my opinion, was after she wobbled Joanna and she was trying to finish the fight, Joanna recovers, right?
Yeah.
And then what happened? What does Joanna do? She gets right back to it like a gangster. She doesn't play it safe. She literally shakes the cobwebs off and goes right back to being as aggressive as she was right before she got knocked down or got wobbled, got rocked. And then the next round, same thing. And then she started pulling away again. That was the beauty in the fight for me. And I always thought that that's very important to do. When you get rocked, you might not be that rocked, but if the opponent thinks you're that rocked, their confidence grows, their aggressiveness grows.
Yeah, man.
And that could be a downward spiral for you.
Yeah.
So I feel like whenever you get rocked, you need to really try to get back to the game plan and make yourself not seem like you were hurt that bad.
And that takes a lot, man. Like just to come back from adversity as a champion when you're the heavy favorite, you get rocked, like you're on the verge of like you might lose, and then coming back like with the same aggression, if not more. It's props to JJ, and that's where you see true champions. Are they willing, or do they have what it takes to come back through adversity, through getting rocked, or through a close submission? You know what I mean? So
true. And I always thought that that's part of being a champion, or one of the best champions ever. And that's what I always said about Anderson Silva. One of the reasons why I pick him as the best of all time, is because he's a champion that faced a lot of adversity.
Sure.
He was in tough spots where he was almost losing.
Yeah.
He was losing. And he came turned around.
That Chael.
Who's a better champion? The dominant champion who never faces someone that pushes them to the limit, or the champion that has a bunch of brilliant performances and then faces their equal every now and then and then defeats them?
Yeah, those are the ones you gravitate towards because you see them like almost human. Yeah, you see them like on like this high
but also
mountain.
But also we can trust that they fought people that were very good. Whereas a guy like John Jones, for example, great champion, one of the best of all time, if not top 3, right?
No close equal right now.
Yeah, I mean, all his fights, besides the Gustafsson fight, it didn't seem like there was a close equal. So how can you say that he was fighting guys that could push him to the limit, that were as good as him.
Exactly.
Whereas Anderson fought a couple guys that were his equal, that pushed him to the limit. So that you could say he fought the best competition.
Yeah, just like Muhammad Ali. If he didn't have Frazier, it would be a totally different story.
Yeah.
Someone, a great that never had an equal to is Roy Jones Jr., the Klitschko brothers, and heavyweight. So, like, they're great, but they didn't have that one rival, that nemesis, that would have their number and going back and forth.
And then you beat them. And we need that to say that you're the best of all time, because if I know that you're great at beating people and being offensive, and you and no one's your equal, and it's just pretty easy for you, I don't know how good you are, because I don't know how you could deal with the adversity of like, oh shit, back against the wall, like, because that's another part of fighting. Actually, the main part of fighting is facing adversity. Right. The whole reason why somebody walks into a gym day one, or the whole reason why somebody learned martial arts 500 years ago is what?
To defend.
Self-defense.
Yeah.
What is self-defense? It's defense against adversity.
Yeah, they go true. Oof,
right?
Knowledge bombs.
My man. So that's the whole reason. And if you're strictly one-sided in that martial arts aspect, which is offense, I don't know how good you are.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how your defense is. And defense is not blocking punches. It's somebody's putting you like to work, and you can't get your rhythm, and they're hitting you.
Your appreciation is on a different level.
Yeah,
like I appreciate John Jones, but you know what? Even I appreciate him a little bit more after his Gustafsson.
You could say Gustafsson.
Because
you're Japanese.
Gustafsson. Son. So with his match, it made me appreciate him more, because you see him like, oh, shit hit the fan.
That was my point. Exactly.
Like it just got real. So to see him come back, that's why Connor is so up there, because he had Nate to elevate him. I mean, he beat him. And the one great thing about MMA is you don't need a clean record. You don't need that zero under the losses to be great. We need to see some losses.
Look at Raquel Pennington.
Yeah,
she was counted out. Honestly though, I picked Raquel.
Yeah, you did.
Because I just watched their last couple of fights, and I made a bold prediction, and I was right. But Raquel Pennington's record sucks.
Yeah.
But in MMA, it's okay if your record sucks, because you're constantly growing. I mean, in anything, you're constantly growing. So, like, perfect example, Connor. Connor faced some adversity earlier in his career.
Yeah.
But now we see him as this, like, undefeated type fighter. Why? Because he evolved, and we forgot about that. And it's okay, because now we can judge him on... Like, I want to see somebody face adversity in the prime of their career.
Yeah, that's true.
Not in the beginning stages.
And see how you come back from it, man.
If you want, honestly, in MMA and in jiu-jitsu, in the first phases of your career, it's mainly based on, like, winning is mainly based on attributes, not about skill. It's mainly based on who's faster, more aggressive, stronger.
Yeah.
Right? Who can impose their dominance.
Yeah.
Later on, the game gets more technical. You know, as you get 10 fights, more experience, both guys understand that it's not about just going out recklessly.
Yeah.
Even though that might work, but it might turn out very, very bad for you. So I don't care when people lose a couple times in the beginning of their career.
Okay.
But it's the prime of their career. So, like you said, Nate Diaz pushed Connor to a whole new standard as far as how he should prepare for fights. And then he came back. What did he do? He beat Nate.
Yeah.
Even though some people thought Nate won, but a lot of people thought Connor won. I think the refs got it right.
I thought Connor won too, yeah.
And then,
boom. How about this?
Sniped Eddie
we
Alvarez.
haven't talked. Let's bring this into jiu-jitsu. Is there anyone right now that's great, or like past that's great, but that didn't have that arch rival to really elevate their name?
In BJJ?
Yeah, in jiu-jitsu.
You know what? The thing about jiu-jitsu is there's always somebody that's out there that's like...
Okay.
You know, that jiu-jitsu, it's weird, man, because unlike MMA, like pro MMA, you got to get matched up. And it's one fight. Whereas, so the probability of facing everybody is a lot lower than in jiu-jitsu.
True.
You compete in a tournament style.
And you face almost.
You face almost everybody.
Yeah, you face the best.
Exactly. In jiu-jitsu, it's more true to who's the best, because it's a tournament style every time. The best guy in the bracket will usually get to the finals.
Okay. Who's your favorite BJJ practitioner? How do we...
You could say that. I have a couple.
Yeah.
I
And why? Let's go with that. Let's. Who are your favorites? Why have they captivated you?
Yeah.
Is it their skill? Is it their heart? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Like both Mendes brothers, but
Okay.
particularly Rafa Mendes.
Okay.
His style, I already like. His style gravitates towards what I like. So, you always gravitate towards people that you feel like, oh, I could do that.
Yeah.
Like
And you enjoy watching.
Yes, like
too.
I'm not going to gravitate towards a heavyweight cuz I'm not a
Yeah.
heavyweight guy. So
Yeah.
I can't even pull those moves off. So it won't make sense to gravitate towards those guys. So Rafa Mendes, he's a champion.
Okay.
He has a champion mentality. That's
Yeah.
He's faced adversity. He didn't win every tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, when he first got to America, he lost. And he blames it on moving and all that stuff. But who cares what you blame it on? You lost.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he came back, and now he's like a 6-time world champion
Crazy.
in jiu-jitsu in his weight class. Who else do I like? Like particularly right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Gary Tonnon.
Yeah.
Why? Because Gary, he's part of the whole John Danaher team.
Yeah.
Danaher Death Squad.
Mm-hmm.
And they're particularly better than everyone, because they've shown in the competition at leg locks. But Gary's the only guy in there that says, I don't care. I just want to beat you at jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And he usually starts the fight trying to beat you at the entire game. Wherever the game goes, he's willing to go.
Yeah.
He's trying to attack everything. And then if he's being matched, that's when he goes to his advantage position, and that's when he resorts to going for leg locks full speed.
Yeah.
So it's not that he avoids leg locks in the first. It's he doesn't go 100% his focus towards that. So if he does attack a leg, it's not as focused.
Yeah.
So Gary Tonnon, plus he's just so acrobatic.
Yeah. What I like about him,
he's so flashy.
He moves so well, right? And the thing I gravitate towards him is because he just doesn't give a damn.
Yeah.
Like, he's game to face whoever. Like,
Yes.
you go
Big guy, small guy.
Yeah. Like, for example, EBI. How he weighed in, like, what, 170, 180?
Yeah.
Around there, facing, like, the light heavyweights, or what was it, middleweights?
It was like 200 pounds.
It's
Yeah.
200 pounds.
Yeah.
Like, that size difference. Even, like, jiu-jitsu, technique, whatever. But, like, the heart, or, like, just being game and to win.
I don't think they should have put him in there just on principle.
Yeah.
Because, like, hey, guys, these big guys
There's
are training
other
to face
guys.
big guys.
Yeah, there's other guys out there that could come in. But I understand. You got to sell. You know what I mean? It's a business.
Exactly. Like, all right, I get. At the end of the day, they put him in because it's a business and he's exciting and things like that. And you shouldn't have put him in based on, hey, this is a light. Why make it a light heavyweight tournament if you're not going to put exclusively light heavyweights?
Yes.
But that doesn't take away from the fact that he won.
Yeah, man. Shoot.
At the end of the day, the guy still won.
Yeah, so they picked him, and it was a good reason they picked him, because he freaking won.
Yeah. So if you guys have any interest in jiu-jitsu, or you're a jiu-jitsu only person, but if you're not a jiu-jitsu only person, check out Rafa Mendes, Gi no Gi. He's fantastic. Check out Gary Tonnon, another guy, excellent, good at defense, good at offense.
Yeah.
Who else?
Yeah, give me one more.
One more.
In 3, 2, 1. Boom.
Yuri Simoes, if we're picking bigger guys. Why? Because he's young. He's tenacious.
He is fun to watch.
Amazing
you put me
technique.
in that Felipe Pena
Yes.
match, that Berkut. Did I pronounce that
Yes.
right? That was a fun match, because it was going back and forth from the get-go.
From the jump.
Yeah, once they started that was like, what, last year? Last summer?
Yeah.
Man. That was one of my favorite matches I've ever watched. Not
And
like I watched many or whatever, but the ones that I watched, that was a really good one.
And why did I pick Yuri over his now, like, I guess, head coach, Kyle Terra?
Okay.
Kyle Terra is better than Yuri. Like,
Okay.
I mean, he is.
Yeah.
He's got more accolades, and he's kind of his coach.
Yeah.
And he's proved that he can just beat people. He's beaten more people.
Yeah.
But why did I pick him over Kyle? Because Yuri is on the scene right now.
Hey, you just like him.
It's
You just
easy
like him,
to pick Kyle, but also Kyle makes it look too easy sometimes. When he wins, it's like, shit. A lot of time, like.
So is he one that doesn't have a rival? Remember what we
No,
were
he
talking about?
does. He does.
Who is his rival?
But he has only few rivals.
I
like
see.
the Meow brothers,
Okay.
Mikey, Mousasi. I know they don't face often because of the weight difference.
Okay.
But Bruno Malfacine.
Yeah.
So he has very few rivals, but he does. But he's beaten those guys and he's lost to those guys.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but when Kyle wins, man, it's like, what the?
He's that good.
He just like
Yeah.
where that technique, and that's what I like about Kyle.
Yeah.
When he wins, Kyle Terra, when he wins, sometimes it's just like this, like stuff you never seen before, and it's so like he's one of those guys that'll move so slow, so technical, and it looks like he's not trying.
I see.
But he's just so knowledgeable, and
he's just that good.
He's just that good.
That's when you know you're good.
Yeah.
When you watch something on like Instagram or on
Yeah.
TV, YouTube, they make it look simple, and when you try it out, you're like, oh, this isn't simple at all. Whether you're like lifting a weight, a certain like Olympic lifting, they make like Olympic weightlifters make things look so smooth, man. And then like their heaviest weights looks like a warm up weight. So when you do it, you're shaking, your body's like going all over the place. You get appreciation.
Yeah.
That's why I don't knock on anything unless I try it.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
You know what I
man.
mean? Like, I'm not, yeah. So whatever, if you're going to knock on, at least try it to see.
Yeah.
Like, if whatever you're, like, to the top, whatever athletes or the best in their business, I always give them props because it takes a lot to be best at what you do.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So,
Great point.
yeah, man.
Now, getting back to the fights, the UFC 205,
Uh-huh.
another fight we didn't talk about was Frankie Edgar versus Jeremy.
We did talk about that.
There was another fight I believe we didn't talk about.
We didn't talk about Miesha Tate. No,
Miesha
we
Tate,
did.
yeah.
We just did a while ago. It's sad that she's retiring too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be good.
I don't think it's sad. What are your thoughts on that?
Look, with that fight, you kind of like. You see it, like, I understand. Like, it just didn't have it. I don't know what it was, but just not the same Miesha that...
Yeah.
I'm like, because usually she'll come back. She's one person that'll come back from adversity. She'll get rocked, and then all of a sudden she'll catch you like a submission.
So it's very uncharacteristic of her in the third round you just see frustration on her face. I kind of called it. Actually, if you were in the room with us, I was like, I think she's going to retire, guys.
And
she did.
Good call.
But I called it based on looking back, like, hold on. She had lost all hope.
Yeah.
Right? When she was on like a 5-fight win streak after losing to Ronda the second time. And Ronda was the reigning champion. And they kind of promised her a title shot, but then they gave it to Holly.
Yeah.
And it just looked like, okay, Miesha's never going to get another crack at that UFC title because Ronda's not going to lose.
Yeah.
Right? And
that switches up.
And that's the only thing Miesha had to fight for at that point. You know, the UFC title. Then what happened? Change of events. Ronda loses.
Yeah.
And then Miesha gets the title shot.
Okay, I see everything.
And then
now.
she wins.
Yeah.
That's like lightning striking twice. Like, you know, she got her lucky break and she won.
Yeah.
So it was like you finally did it when you lost all hope, and you finally accomplished the last goal and the main goal that you ever had. And now you're this big star, and you lost it, but you're still this big star.
Yeah.
And you've accomplished everything you want to accomplish. What more do you need to prove?
No, it makes sense.
And she has so many opportunities outside.
That's what I was gonna say. Now, like, especially with the whole Fox deal kind of closing, like coming to a close.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a lot of people trying to pick her up. ESPN, Fox, who knows if CBS, NBC, because I think 205 just really set a mark. Like, put it up there where people are putting on notice.
I know there's rumors. What I've heard is that when the Fox deal ends, one of the things they're going to try to do is structure a deal with kind of like a few different companies.
Okay, so like NFL, NBA type of thing, where it's just like on multiple platforms.
Yeah, like NBA game. You can find an NBA game on NBA TV, UFC Fight Pass,
TNT,
ESPN,
that
ABC for the finals. Like they put it on a bunch of different.
That makes sense. You got to do that, man. You can't just be exclusively to one, just because you open up so many.
But you have to start that way.
Yeah.
And get the exposure.
Yeah.
So I see them signing with a couple of different companies, like you said. Like
I hope so. Yeah.
Like ESPN. Imagine a UFC fight card on ESPN. It can happen very
dope,
soon.
Yeah.
Still keep it on Fox, and then like one more. But regardless, like you were just saying, it opens up a lot more opportunity for her because now they're going to be hiring analysts on each network, not just Fox.
Yeah.
Now it's just Fox and UFC, like their own.
Yeah, man.
hiring.
And this is a global thing, man. So any UFC fighters, like international, good for them because they have an opportunity post-career, like post-UFC or MMA career, to venture off into something else, like NFL players, NBA players, or whatever. That, you know what I mean?
And those guys make the best analysts, ex-players.
Oh, absolutely,
you know?
man. You you really trust and listen to what they say because they've been through it. Especially if they're a champion, they
Sure.
have that thing behind them too.
Mhm.
And like listening to their breakdowns, like Dominic Cruz break things
Yeah.
down,
Brian
Cormier,
Stan, Cormier, all those guys.
man.
Even Miesha, she's great at breaking fights down.
She speaks
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
really well.
And
man.
here's the thing. We might have to endure a couple of months of them not being comfortable on the mic, on the
Yeah.
camera. But
That's
once
fine.
that happens, boom.
Yeah, like Shaq. Shaq was a big like when Shaq first came on TNT, I was excited, but when he went on, I'm like, oh, this is rough.
Yeah.
But now look at it. It's just like
He's great.
yeah,
Yeah.
Shaq, Barkley, and
Uh-huh.
what's it, Kenny Smith.
Kenny Smith.
is perfect. Yo, can we get into
Yes,
the
yo.
weekend? Let's get into
The
who-
band?
Yeah, no, the UFC the fight night coming up.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were talking
Mr. Mousasi and Mr. Hall
Yeah.
are coming
about
up.
rematch.
Yeah.
I didn't see too much here.
They just didn't have anyone to pit with.
That's what I was going to say. At
Gegard?
first, I was like, why did they book this rematch besides Gegard wanting to right a wrong,
Mhm.
right? But then I thought about it. Look at the UFC middleweight division, right?
Yeah.
He wanted a quick fight, a quick turnaround, and prove himself, and it's a good chance to right his wrong. But also, look what just happened. A big shakeup.
Yeah.
So the fact that he took a fight quickly, and then it's right after UFC 205, right when all the cards would fall into place anyway, it actually works out perfectly for him because let's say he does win, which is the plan for him. We're talking more about Mousasi because he's more closer to a title shot
Yes.
than Uriah Hall is. So we're talking about him. Let's say he beats Uriah Hall, rights this wrong, right? That he
Mhm.
thinks is a wrong. Now, all the cards of the UFC middleweight division have fell into place for him. I mean, some things unexpected, like Luke Rockhold getting injured.
Okay.
But what does that lead? That leaves Jacare left without an opponent.
Yeah.
So now we have, and then Chris Weidman lost, so that clears out Chris Weidman, clears out Luke Rockhold. Now you have two guys left. You have Jacare Souza, and you have the winner, Yoel Romero.
Yeah.
And then you have the champ, Michael Bisping. So what do? You have to give one of those guys Michael Bisping, and it looks like they're going to give Yoel the opportunity.
The nod, yeah.
So let's just say they're going to give Yoel the chance. Who do you have left?
Those-
Jacare Souza.
Yeah.
Has Mousasi ever faced Jacare Souza? In the UFC? No.
No.
So
no.
you put him against Jacare Souza. That's the next best fight. Winner gets a title shot. Boom. If
just
Ja-
clearing out space.
Exactly.
Yeah,
If
that
Jacare,
makes
it
sense.
actually worked out perfectly for
Yeah,
Mousasi.
yeah.
He couldn't have asked for a better opportunity. So now,
makes sense.
let's say he wins this Saturday. You say, oh, perfect. We announce Yoel
Mhm.
versus Bisping and Jacare versus Luke Rock versus
Yeah.
Mousasi in 2 months on the same card. That's
And
a
the
little
winner sets it up.
tournament.
Yeah. I like that. That one sounds really good.
And then what else do you have set up? Luke Rockhold, Chris Weidman,
Mm.
rematch.
Oh, true.
Rematch.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Because
It's
Chris
not for the
Weidman
title,
needs a
but-
win, man. Oh, he needs a win. And it's not like he's falling off because in both fights, it was going back
Yeah,
and forth.
yeah.
Like, you don't know who's going to come out the winner. It's just that one slight mistake. The first one when he threw that spinning heel kick.
Yeah.
Oh, that one, which
Yeah.
is a huge mistake. The other one, he
Mhm.
went for a takedown, which was obviously a
Well,
mistake.
I don't think those were his demises, but
Okay.
it's just the way. That's the fight business.
yeah,
That's the hurt business.
Yeah,
It's like I always say, that's the hurt business.
yeah. That one. Who do you have winning with Uriah Hall and Mousasi?
I believe that Uriah Hall got him with some nice,
Mm-hmm.
with a nice.
Knee.
No, it was a spinning back kick, but it was.
Oh, okay, yeah,
it was
yeah.
like a nice trick up his sleeve,
Ah, I see.
and I believe that Mousasi
Prepared for that.
is the better fighter.
Okay.
You know, he has a lot more experience. He should be winning on paper.
46-2. Oh, that's
And
his
2
record.
losses?
Yeah, 40.
Damn.
No, 2. I think 2 decisions. He can't have just 2 losses.
No. He has more than 2 losses.
Yeah,
but
that
regardless,
has to be a decision.
he doesn't have many losses.
Yeah, but
but
he has a lot more fights.
Yeah. So Mousasi, I think he's gonna win this fight,
Okay.
and we'll see. But I think he's gonna win it. That'll set up some good matchups in the near future.
It should
It
be a
might
good
even
one.
set it up for Brooklyn.
Oh,
Brooklyn.
true.
Brooklyn.
That'd
we
be-
go
that would-
hard.
That would be. I can't wait. Hopefully, we could get tickets to the Brooklyn one.
Be a lot cheaper.
Yeah, it'd be a
Sure.
lot cheaper. My broke ass.
Yeah.
Are you excited at all? We're gonna flip it from UFC to Bellator. Do you know about the matchup with this one?
I mean, the
Ben Henderson versus Michael Chandler.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That fight's going down.
I was
When
gonna
is
say,
that going down?
that this Saturday.
Oh snap!
Does it pique your interest?
Very much so.
Yeah.
I don't look at too many fighters from Bellator, but there's a couple that do stick out,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the problem. They don't have enough fighters that stick out. But the
Yeah.
couple that do are Benson Henderson, Michael Chandler,
And
Michael Venom Paige,
Yeah.
Chael Sonnen, and that's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
And 3 of them are on this card. So this one's gonna. Yeah. This.
Michael Venom Paige is on the card
he's
too?
on the
Who's
same
he
card.
fighting?
He's facing Fernando Gonzalez.
I want to see him fight. I mean, I like that Michael Venom Page. Here's the
They're bringing
conundrum.
him up.
Here's the conundrum with a guy like Michael Venom Page.
What's up?
He's better than a lot of guys.
Yeah.
Right? But he doesn't have that much experience. Like some guys are just super technical from fight number 1.
Mhm.
But you can't just give him the title shot because he's
Sure.
not ready for it.
Yeah.
So now you put him against all these people and you're like, man, you're padding his stats. You're
Mhm.
padding his wins. But it's not padding. It's you got to let him go through the ringer like everybody else.
It's true.
And he needs the experience against a bunch of different opponents. But he's making it look like a mismatch every fight.
Every damn time, man.
But I like this. I think he wins this fight. You give him the top of the notch of fighters.
Yeah.
You give him, what's his name? The guy that lost to Koscheck and punched him in the face in the UFC and got kicked out.
Oh,
What's his
Daly.
name?
Paul Daly.
Paul Daly.
Semtex.
I want to see him fight Paul Daly.
Yeah, that'd be a fun
Yeah.
fight. That would be a slobber knocker.
Yeah. Or he wins this and UFC picks him up.
That's what I was gonna say. Imagine if they pick him up and maybe catch you. I don't know what it is.
I think he's
Just-
welterweight, right?
Yeah, he's a welterweight.
Yeah.
Imagine if Connor moves up because he fought at 170. Connor versus Michael
Yeah.
Page. I'd buy that.
I think can Michael Page cut to 155?
I have no idea. Well, for the money, he probably will, homeboy.
But because he's tall and skinny, I don't think he
Yeah,
can make
he's
155.
like 6'3".
Damn,
He's 6'3".
damn. Okay, he's not making
It's gonna be a tough one, but with that money on the
no.
line.
Forget about against Connor. Michael Venom Page versus Tyron Woodley.
Oh,
Michael
my
Venom Page
God.
versus
Wonder
even better
Boy.
Wonder Boy.
Ooh, that
Because
one.
the style.
The style. That
Yeah.
one would get me the most excited. After Connor, just because I would love to see like the theatrics
Mhm.
or like what they're gonna bring.
The
but other
UFC
than that,
can use Michael Venom
Yeah.
Page big.
they would
time.
pay him good money, man. They would
Oh,
pay
yeah.
him really good money.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So who do you well, of course I'm going for Ben Henderson because he is one of my favorite fighters.
Chandler is a
But
monster.
Chandler,
I'm gonna go with Chandler.
yeah.
I like
just hope he
Benson,
doesn't get
but his
clipped.
last fight, man.
Yeah,
he didn't pull no triggers, man.
I don't know what happened, man. And his post-fight interview killed me when it was just
What did he say?
I was just reciting. I forgot, but
Psalm
yeah,
36.
yeah,
He
whatever.
recited Austin 3:16.
What?
What?
But yeah, that one's gonna be if he catches.
That's gonna be a barn burner.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
can't wait for that one, man.
Yeah,
But-
Chandler's as tough as it gets.
Yeah.
And then in January we have Chael Sonnen. We have Chael Sonnen versus
Chael.
the Huntington Beach bad boy Tito Ortiz. Did you know that he's the second Huntington Beach bad boy in MMA?
Who's the first?
I forget who was the first, but it was.
Doesn't matter. You know, it's pretty cool. One of my boys, a shout out to Tommy for listening to this. He moved. He was one of the coaches at Crank Nutley,
Mhm.
the best,
Never heard of it.
best gym in Nutley,
Never heard of it.
New
Anyway.
Jersey. But he moved to Cali, and he was just coaching the Huntington wrestling
Beach
team.
cheerleaders.
Huntington Beach wrestling team.
Cheerleaders.
Wrestling team.
What's your friend's name? Tommy Guns.
Tommy Yanuzzi.
Tommy Yanuzzi.
It sounds like it. Tommy the Gun Yanuzzi.
Yeah.
It rolls off the tongue.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good, Tommy. So I hope your cheerleading team makes it to the World Championships.
I hope he comes in here and just starts bench pressing you.
Probably could.
Yeah, he could.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. In like a sensual kind of way. If you're into that kind of
That's
stuff.
cool. So Tommy is like a world-class wrestler?
No, he's a strength and conditioning coach.
Nice.
He's
So
a
why is
strong
he-
man.
So why is he teaching cheerleading? I don't get it.
Moving on, guys.
Yahtzee.
I hope he's listening. But moving on. So what else we got, man?
Nothing but love to you,
Yeah,
Tommy.
yeah. So what else?
Listen, man, the Cavs
They beat Toronto.
the Cavs are on fire.
Are they?
Are they don't they have the best record in the NBA right
How
now?
are you gonna say they're on fire and you not know?
They are on fire. They have it's like 8-1.
They are
Or not.
fire. It's not they're on fire. They are fire.
Oh,
When you have
my bad.
LeBron
Yeah.
James on your team, you're fire. Or just
Let's say how many games could the Cavs win in one season if they don't have Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love? Right? I'm gonna give you a couple of
I would
questions.
get them at 50.
50?
Yeah.
how many? 82 games, right?
Yeah.
Just so people put that in
Yeah.
perspective. Okay.
45, 50.
50. Just
Yeah.
LeBron.
Yeah, let's go 50. Yeah.
Okay, same team, just without
Yeah.
those two guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say they don't have Kyrie.
They have Kevin Love.
They just have LeBron and Kevin
55.
Love.
55, 58.
Okay.
Yeah.
They have just LeBron and Kyrie, no Kevin Love.
Ooh, same. Well, maybe a little bit more.
Okay. No LeBron.
Oh, yeah. Now we're talking like 40, 45.
Really? I think they're still a great team without LeBron.
Yeah, you think so?
I think the other two guys will shine even more. They wouldn't be a better team, but
yeah. I think it's going to be a huge drop-off.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because he does.
he does do
everything.
so
Yeah.
much.
You know what? I just hope people would appreciate, like, because not even I could fully appreciate, because I don't play ball like that. But, like,
Yeah.
what he does mentally,
Mhm.
like, the knowledge that he has, I keep hearing is on another level.
Mhm.
Like, that's the reason why he's so great. Like, he could call out things. Like, if he reads a defense, he'll point people where to go, what to do, and just the generalship that he has,
Yeah.
man. You got to appreciate that kind of
Sure.
stuff, man. Like
And
the tech-
basketball is like an unselfish game. To be
Yeah.
the best, you got to be unselfish. That's what the best teams prove
Yeah.
time and time again. And he's one of the most unselfish guys.
He is,
But at the
man.
same time, he knows that he has to be a
He
general.
could dominate if he wanted to. That's why I
Yeah.
appreciate him so much, man. Because he could dominate. He could pad his stats like there's no tomorrow. But he doesn't.
He
Because
doesn't.
he cares about.
Yeah.
He cares. He like, and you could tell with his personality. He just loves everyone. You know who he reminds me of? Well, of course,
Me?
no, definitely not. Not even close. Not even on your best day. But Magic Johnson. He was the same type of way. Always
Yeah.
smiling, fun-loving, just like
Yeah.
loves people, whatever.
Yeah.
Loves
well,
to be
LeBron said
center
he
of
was
attention.
inspired by
Exactly. So you could see it, like their
Magic Johnson.
personality, like Kobe and Jordan or whatever, more to themselves, kind of like they'll
Yeah.
like they have to take over. They'll
killers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not nothing wrong with that.
No, it's
It's
different
just
style.
you have your different way of like dominating, just like in jiu-jitsu. You
Yeah.
have your style, whatever.
But the LeBron method works because now everybody loves you on the team, right? Because you treat everybody as
Yep.
equals.
Yep.
You pass the ball all the time. You trust everybody. And what do they do in return? They trust you back.
Mhm.
So inadvertently, your stats are going to be padded anyway. All you got to do is make buckets.
That's exactly it. Man, I'm choking on the coffee that
Yeah.
I'm chewing, but
Or are you choking at how perfect my answer was?
no, not even close. I wasn't even listening to what you're saying, to be honest. I was thinking about it as I'm chewing, like, oh, this is really delicious.
Yeah.
I wonder what this tastes like if I brewed it. But then I know what it tastes like when it's brewed, so it's delicious as well.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking as you're
Chimera
talking. ChimeraCoffee.com.
I just want to give a shout out to Chimera Coffee.
Yeah, man. They've been doing it. They're doing the right thing, man,
Yeah.
over there, man. So thank you, guys. We just got a fresh batch of this Chimera Coffee.
Yeah. Go to chimeracoffee.com, type in the coupon code Show the Art.
You like what we did there, guys?
Save some money. That's product placement at its finest.
Not smooth transition.
Yeah.
It's like we went from like a Kimura to a what?
To the back.
There you go. We got your back
Right.
now,
Come on.
bitch.
Kimura to armbar.
Yeah, you
Can't-
like
don't
that?
get no smoother
Don't get
than
it
that.
twisted, baby.
On
Well,
that note, guys, thank you for listening. We really appreciate this.
Yeah, we got to go train.
Yes. If you like this episode, as usual, like us on iTunes, comment on iTunes, rate us on iTunes, and just share
Share,
the
man.
hell out of this. Please, we love you guys. So just keep helping us build this thing. I'm talking like a robot. I don't know why.
I don't know why either. It's
But
just really
it
weird.
works. It's
But
working.
guys, we appreciate you so much. Thank you for listening, man, from the bottom of both of our hearts. We can't tell you
No,
when
no. From the top of my heart. Forget about the bottom.
from the bottom to the top, 0 to 100 real quick. We appreciate you guys. So thank you.
Yes. And, of course, check out our store, showtheart.com, for some exclusive gear. And go to the newsletter. Subscribe to that. We do giveaways. We do contests. Shout out to the winners of the Show the Art UFC 205 Pick'em contest. I already sent them emails. My man Liam and my man... Crap, I forgot his last name. The other guy's
what
name.
a dick.
Brian.
Of course you'd
Regardless,
forget.
they're already getting their stuff.
They got the stuff, man.
Congrats to those guys. We're going to keep doing contests. Check out the newsletter. Subscribe. Each month we give away something for free. You just have to be a subscriber. Stop talking now.
Stop talking, man. We out. Peace.